Hi! What I have here is the JBL Charge 3 speaker, and it does weird noises. Let's see. Let's hear. So, you turn it on. It turns on. It shows full capacity. It's connected to the phone. I played it for some time and the effect increased. I warn you that the volume is going to be very loud because it only happens when the volume is loud enough, so it vibrates a lot and I can hear a crackle. I hope it comes out on camera that this light will start flashing at the same time that it crackles. So I'll play some copyright-free music. I hope you can see it. Oops. Yeah, battery is gone. But I hope it came out on camera that this light started flashing. So I think that's some kind of intermittent connection inside here. And also the battery might need a replacement. So let's crack it open and see what we got inside. Let's go. Nice. It's satisfying. At first sight, this looks like a bulged battery inside. Yeah, this is a single piece. So yeah, this should be flat, and it's not, because this battery, as you can probably see, has eaten a bit too much during Christmas. So yeah, it's a bit round. Yes, it is. Yep, battery needs replacing, that's obvious. It even cracked the housing on the inside. Yeah. So let's turn it off and open the rest. Well, before taking these caps out, I'll just do a quick view of the back of these speakers, because we might have a problem with these connections. It's a common point of failure on these speakers, and yeah, we might also test how the solder joints on the speakers themselves are doing. So first one, solder joints don't look too bad. Yeah, solder joints don't look too bad either. I'll have the chance to test them outside the casing and see if the cracking comes from one or another or from both at the same time. Let's see. And I can now observe that I will probably only need to take out this membrane from this side to disconnect the battery connector. So that's a bonus, not having to disassemble this side. So let's see if the noise still comes in the speakers. We'll need to be very careful because everything is hanging around. Of course we will lose a lot of bass. So let's do some noise. Well, the noise seems to be on both speakers at the same time. Could all the noise be just from having a bad battery and it not giving enough current for it to work? Because if it's bulged, probably it's not giving its full power, and it might be the cause of all the crackle. I'll order a new battery, and while that comes in, we will see and test if it will crackle with a new one. Yeah, so we are not chasing the wrong rabbit. So let's continue to disassemble, remove the battery, and so I can order a new one. So let's remove the cover. First we lift these two ones, this one and that one, and this thing will rotate. I will probably have to use some tape to hold the battery. So I will do two plastic tabs to insert in here and to try to disassemble the speakers. So we insert this thing under here, and then we do this under here, and I will force it to see if it... turn off please. So I will try to force this thing to rotate. Yes. It's a bit hard, but it's doable. Yeah. Of course, making these two things from a sheet of plastic helps a lot. Battery connector to check if the battery is giving enough power or not to the speaker. But now we can remove the battery and plug it in from the outside. Yeah, and now we can access the connector to test voltages while it plays. So let's see if the battery is giving enough juice to keep this speaker alive. Multimeter on voltage DC. Let's see how much voltage is still left on the battery. 3.8 volts. Yeah, 3.9. So voltage is not that bad. So let's see how much of it holds up while we play some music. As you could see, when there's a crackle, the voltage level drops down to 3.2 volts or something. Yeah, and that's quite low for a 3.7 volt battery. So I hope that by replacing the battery, this crackling problem will be solved. I think it's just not the battery giving enough juice to power the speaker. So let's order a new battery and replace it. Well, some days later the new battery arrived and let's check it. It seems to be more or less at the same length, and it's obviously the right size for the speaker, as we can see by putting it in here. It comes with these nice foam paddings that will help us not to have any rattle on the battery compartment. So I'm curious just to check if it's charged up or not. So multimeter in voltage DC, and we can check that it's 3.9 volts. It's well charged. So let's put it in, connect it and test the speaker. Last thing to check, if the wires are in the correct position on the connector. Yes, they are. So let's advance. So new battery in. I will just pull it a bit away from that hole. Yeah, I think this is a more correct position. So it turns on, and let's find some copyright-free music to test if it still crackles. Looks perfect to me. Let's just do one more test. That is to see the voltage drop while the speakers are playing. Now it's on maximum. As you could see, the voltage was perfectly stable while I was with the multimeter probes in the battery terminals. So yeah, it was all a battery issue. Let's reassemble the speaker and test it. I will hold these wires to the back of that speaker to avoid them to touch the side membrane. Don't forget to check the logo orientation here to make them match each other. Insert it and rotate it to position. Yeah, this is done. And now it's just a matter of closing it, and it clicks into place and the speaker is completely assembled and functional, I hope. Perfect. Can you hear me? Yeah. This is perfect. It sounds perfectly nice and no more crackle. So now you know, if your JBL speaker crackles when you're hearing loud music, now you know you might have a problem with the battery, and replacing the battery fixes the problem. Well, now you know. I hope this will help you fix your JBL speakers. I'll put the link on the description below to what battery I've bought from Amazon. And yeah, as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!